right there. And you can download that in the link in the description if you haven't already. I know a lot of you have. Man, I'm on the edge of my seat right now, just waiting for that next scan. Carl has an insane view from inside of the storm. The service is not great. Like, we're having a hard time keeping a consistent feed from people inside of the storm, which is probably just a sign of that it's a very strong storm. Things are getting a little bit more intense there. Ugh. Here's a view of that storm from Les in Hazleton, Kansas. Thanks for sending this in on Twitter. But a little bit more of an up close and personal look from both of our Ryans here. Man, how crazy is it that we have a team of Halls? We got, what is it, Chris Hall, Jordan Hall, Zach Hall, just so many Halls. And they're not related. And we've also just got a huge gaggle of Ryans. There's something about Ryan and Hall. These people love weather, man. I don't know what it is. But yeah, Ryan and Ryan there, both in the middle of our storm that's trying its best to produce a tornado here. And I don't know if it's been necessarily successful yet, but if it is, it's wrapped in rain, man. We're not going to be able to see it. That's quite unfortunate, but we need you to stay in your safe spot if you're in Anthony, Kansas, because this is coming right for you. Yeah, so far it does look like there's a little bit of a constructive nature to the merger that's happening. That right there would be where the tornado is, if there's currently a tornado occurring, and it's moving towards Highway 2 near Ruella. Hopefully everybody in Ruella is in their safe spots. We're going to watch what happens here as that area of rotation continues to go towards Anthony as well. It's just a waiting game at this point, waiting for the next scan. I do want to take you back down to our other tornado warning, which exists down here in more southern portions of Oklahoma. Moving towards Marietta, we do have a supercell capable of producing a tornado moving up towards Marietta, Oklahoma. Okay, this is also going to pass over Bernieville, Oklahoma. And the good news is we do have a live view of this storm. So Jason Cooley has a live view of this storm near Bernieville, Oklahoma. It doesn't look like it's currently producing a tornado, but it's certainly capable of it. So get ready in Marietta, Oklahoma. Take shelter now. I was with y'all, not too long ago during your big tornado. This doesn't look like that, but it is obviously a supercell capable of producing a tornado. So we want to get into the most interior room of our home with as many walls between us and the outside world as possible. And we want to, bring a charged tablet or phone with us. So just in case, we have the ability to contact people and watch this stream as for updates after the storm has passed, which hopefully will happen soon, and you won't need me. Carl continues to have an incredible view from the storm here. Carl's currently near Ruella, Kansas. So if we can get that location updated. Carl's near Ruella, Kansas, and he's right in the middle of this thing where the tornado would be trying to occur. But as of this moment, I'm not confident that we have anything on the ground, but the rotation is certainly there. And here's a better view of the rotating part of that storm near Bernieville, Oklahoma. This is what's coming over towards Marietta, Oklahoma. You guys are under a tornado warning. Take shelter now. Yeah, Carl's got some sort of crazy contraption to protect himself from hail. I'll see you guys up there. Hold on. What you're looking at here is a live view of a severe thunderstorm moving into Anthony, Kansas. This is capable of producing a tornado. All right, so we're watching it as it tries to do so. It hasn't been successful yet. However, it's just got a huge area of rotation, and we thought we were pretty close to seeing it produce a big tornado, but there's just been a really a not so constructive cell merger that's been going on. So we'll see what happens once that's complete. But man, as you can tell here from our live feed from Hazleton, Kansas, from Carl here, this is not a weak storm, even without a tornado. This thing's going to be capable.
Hey Ryan, this is Andy. When you got a second?
60 mile per hour winds and potentially lime-sized hail. Meteorologist Andy Hill is inside of that storm as well, or he's close. So let's hear from him. Go ahead, Andy.
Yeah, Ryan, I'm watching that storm in Kansas, and I think if you look at velocity, you might see some actual vortices that are feeding in that inflow band into there's small little couplets there, and or a couple of them, at least two, that are in that inflow band into where that tornado would be near the velocity couplet. So that might be really interesting if there's some torrs that are kind of feeding into it, or just vortices. They might be funnel clouds. So a very weird feature for the storm.
Yeah, lots of vorticity out there, lots of spin. You can see that apparent here in the very large area of rotation, with little embedded areas of circulation inside of that. So yeah, very interesting feature there, and just another reason to be hyper focused on taking shelter and taking this storm seriously. If we live in Anthony, Kansas, that feature is coming right up to you right now. It doesn't look to me like we have one big tornado on the ground like we could have had without that merger. But we still have this huge meso cyclone here. We've got potentially satellite tornadoes associated with that. And then we also still have the ability for this big, broad circulation to kind of tighten up here as it goes towards Anthony, Kansas, which it does look like it's going to try to do. So rain-wrapped tornado potentially on its way towards the general Anthony, Kansas area. Please take shelter immediately. Also, above my head there, you're watching the storm kind of get its act together that's going towards Marietta, Oklahoma. Okay, not producing a tornado at this very moment, but it honestly looks like it might be trying to here soon. So Marietta, Oklahoma, Dunbar, Turner, Bernieville, take shelter. You're under a tornado warning, and we're watching it form right now. That's actually pretty close. You can see the part of the storm that would be trying to produce the tornado right there outside of Jason Cooley's windshield or window. Once again, that's the storm that's coming over towards Bernieville and Marietta, Oklahoma, south of Ardmore. The other storm that we're watching in Kansas has very strong but broad rotation. And this is what it looks like inside of it. So, unfortunately, if that storm produces a tornado, which it very well might be right now, we're not going to be able to see it. Very strong storm moving from Hazleton, Kansas, over towards Anthony, Kansas, right now. Go ahead, Elijah.
Hey Ryan, so we have a report coming in from emergency responders northeast of Chaparral, Oklahoma, of multiple injuries which occurred from a storm that passed through there a few minutes ago. The injuries were described as being wind related, so I do not know if that's from just thunderstorm wind damage or if that is from a potential tornado that occurred in that area.
All right. Thank you, Elijah, for that update. Yeah, so the biggest threats with tonight's storms are going to continue to be wind, hail, and tornadoes, and I think it's important that we note that a lot of times we get hyper focused on the tornado aspect, but on a day like today, we've seen multiple instances of baseball size hail and lots of wind. Even a considerable severe thunderstorm warning. If I lived out here, I'd be taking shelter for that. So just keep that in mind. If you're just now tuning in, we have two storms that are very, very close to producing tornadoes. But we don't have any confirmed tornadoes on the ground. We have a bunch of severe thunderstorm warnings. And I just ordered food, and it just arrived. So I'm going to go get it real quick. I'll be right back. All right, anybody want to guess what it is? It's going to surprise you. I think for the past couple of months, you guys have only seen me eat hamburger patties. Well, we're going wild today. It's not just meat. We got a whole daggone burrito, son. It's a burrito kind of night. We've got severe weather lasting for several more hours. We need a burrito. You know what I'm saying? All right, we got a video to look at here.
Dangly bit right here. It is.
Wait, what?
So, we got this little dangly bit right here. It is spinning pretty good right now over South Wichita. But there's nothing on radar, but this little dangly bit is spinning pretty good. So, and the lightning is insane. It is like frickin' like Godzilla. So stay safe, everyone.
I love it, Joshua. Lightning like freaking Godzilla here near Wichita. Let's go look at Wichita. No, I think the dangly bit, I don't know what exactly we were looking at there, but I think that any tornadic activity at this moment is going to be pretty far to the south and west of Wichita, but definitely lots of lightning, big time rain, maybe even some severe winds around 60 mile per hour coming into the southern side near Clearwater and Belle Plaine over the next hour or so. We're definitely going to be keeping an eye on Wichita because these storms are going to be moving close here soon. So I love that report, man. That was great. Uh-oh. What's Carl got here? Looks like there's some damage in front of Carl here. Down tree, maybe? Yeah, this is near the storm that's coming in. This is near Anthony now.
Hey, Ryan, when you have a second.
Kansas, where some really strong winds, very strong winds, it looks like it's caused some damage here along Highway 2 or on a road near Highway 2. All right, let's go ahead and get an update from Andy. Go ahead, Andy. Oh, there's some significant damage to that house, too.
Hey, we just drove through some hail fog. That was really interesting. And also a rainbow warning off to my east. Very pretty rainbow off to the east. Driving through this hailstorm. Still about 40 minutes out from seeing the Kansas storm. I'm seeing that damage now. Hopefully everybody is okay in that house.
Yeah. I don't know if we have somebody back there talking to Carl, but if we can reach out to him and just see if we can get an update on that, that'd be great. So what I'm looking at here honestly looks to me like it could be tornado damage, but it also very well could be straight line damaging wind, a result of that. But this is just a really concerning look for the people of Anthony, Kansas. The area of the storm that caused this damage is coming right towards Anthony, Kansas. You are under a tornado warning. Take shelter immediately, okay? This is a live look at some damage here between Hazleton and Anthony, Kansas. If production room, if we can get a little bit more of an updated location, because I think they're a little bit east of there, probably closer to Ruella, just so we can get a better, more accurate view of that. This guy's window is still cracked, even with the big the hail guard there. There's not much you can do in storms like these. So we're going to continue to watch that. We're going to continue to watch the